Guys, Deluded, YouTube's Lucas Torreira. I'm back again. Thank you very much for having me, folks. I'm not going to keep you guys here long, but over the last 48 hours, they've intensified these last couple of hours. It looks like Arsenal legend Thierry Henry might, and I say might because I'm not in the know like that, but he might be getting his first proper managerial job in his homeland, managing Bordeaux. I say might because it's just rumours at the end of the day, people. I'm just a man sitting in a room like this, speculating like you lot. I don't know all the ins and outs. But if you go on the French footballing accounts on Twitter, if you follow French reports, it seems to be that he is the, I don't want to say favourite, but the candidate that they're leaning to. You've seen some reports that the club, quite rightly so, in Bordeaux are interviewing about 4 or 5 candidates. But Henry looks the most beaming and he looks the most on it. And he's not shut the door for clear reasons. I mean, he quit his pundit job with Sky Sports to pursue the coaching route and things like that. You've obviously seen him play an assistant role, coaching role with Belgium, and they had a good campaign. Obviously, they didn't win it, but they for a nation that every tournament they're heavily scrutinised. With every win, like you saw with the World Cup, they look like the golden generation. With not, people say they're overhyped. So he helped them deliver. And you've heard Arsenal youth players he's worked with. You've heard Lukaku, Batshuayi, even Hazard say how Henry's helped improve their game and things like that. And I'm sure them players that have been coached by him or been part of his presence with Martinez and stuff, they might tell you some finer insights and stuff. So he looks like someone that's moving in that direction. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan and I love Thierry Henry. I mean, this guy was more or less my uncle in school, essentially. I genuinely believe that. I would love him to be able to get the credentials and one day manage my club for obvious reasons, but he's got to do his development. Obviously, we've been here before. It looked like he was getting the Villa job, but it hasn't happened. I'm not familiar with all of Bordeaux's matters. I mean, I'm not a fan, but I do think they have some new owners or people about to take over the club. I'm not sure on that. And I think Gus Poyet has been suspended by the club. Again, it's unclear for me whether they're going to get rid of him, whether he's still officially in his post, but to my knowledge, he suspended people. So it does look like he's on his way out. He did have a foul mouth. I say foul mouth, it's not really that, but he had a bit of a rant at the club and accused a lot of journalists for not reporting the truth and all of this sort of stuff. So it does look like the beginning of the end. So if he goes to Bordeaux, I mean, I'd like to think they're a club that obviously they're not going to challenge PSG. He might be able to utilise their academy. He should be able to develop some sort of scouting network. I mean, you've worked with Martinez. He might be able to give you some managerial tips in regards to the transfer market, because there's a lot of stuff Henry's got to learn now. We know he's a meticulous planner in his approach, and when you listen to his documentaries, interestingly enough, he said he didn't work too much in the gym. Most of his time was mainly on the football pitch, on the technical stuff, when the keeper's going to move, how I'm going to finish. So maybe he goes down that route in the sense that, let's not be naive, they still have to do gym work and stuff, his players, but maybe he makes them better decision makers. Again, I've watched a lot of fascinating documentaries in which Wenger said that Henry's the only player that can tell you he shot the ball at a particular moment because the keeper moved in this millisecond. That sort of meticulous planning can help him study opponents, find patterns he might see about opponents he don't know, can help with improving his players, can help with the playing style, can help with in-game tactics. Because I don't know, let's just say he recognises that the centre-half keeps pushing up. He could tell his winger or striker to take advantage of the space left. I don't know, innit, people? The big questions I want to see, in fact, not even the big questions, I would like to see what he does with the Belgium job, because being a manager is a full-time job. I mean, you're never not working. I mean, you're on the training pitch, you're doing the scouting thing, you're worrying about contracts, you're being told a whole bunch of other stuff. You got data analyst teams, nutritionists, all different people telling you different stuff. You're trying to implement how you want to play ball. Even when you switch off and go home, you still got to do stuff. If your team's not playing, you're looking at opponents, you're fielding offers and stuff like that. So you never switch off. So clearly, I've said a mouthful there. So there's a lot of things you have to do as a manager. Could he now do all of that and still do the national management thing or his coaching role? You've seen many do it, but you've also seen many step down. So I'd like to see what he does on that regard. The big one for me, man, we all want to see, obviously Patrick Vieira's the Nice manager now, so I would like Henry to get the job, and I mean, I'm definitely going to tune into Bordeaux Nice if he did get the job. I mean, 2 Arsenal legends, now managers going at it. I mean, that's what you want to see. Obviously Vieira, depending on how you look at it or quantify it, to be honest, just based on managerial experience, you'd say Vieira's done more. He's done his thing at Manchester City, his academy, then he went over to New York as part of the whole City triangle thing to manage their club. Now he's at Nice. Henry's got experience with Arsenal. Obviously, he's done little coaching bits at Arsenal and he's done the Belgium thing. So it depends how you look at the experience, but that would be a good thing. But I'd like Henry to get it. Hopefully, he eventually manages Arsenal one day if he's got the credentials and things. But yeah, I've got nothing more to say. On that note, I'd love you guys' opinions. So yeah, if you wish, get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. All my socials are in the description. DeludedGooner04, DGooner04, and everything apart from DeludedGooner04 and everything apart from Snapchat, which is DGooner04CE. I don't even remember them half the time. But yeah, guys, I'm out. Thank you for watching. It means the world.